I know many of you are thinking that being a vegetarian is weird or only girls do it. However, that's not the case. Did you know that vegetarianism has traditionally been linked to the people of ancient India? Even today, Indians make up more than 70% of the world's vegetarian population. So that's why when you go into Indian restaurants, there are a lot of different vegetarian options. And I'm here today to persuade to you all that being a vegetarian is the way to go. For one, it is unethical to kill the animals, and two, there are multiple health benefits of being a vegetarian, and three, it doesn't harm the environment. So for my first main point is that it's cruel and unethical to kill animals for food. And this is a picture of chickens getting slaughtered. And so animals are beings that have social structures and emotions that many human beings seem to forget about. The scientific studies show that cattle, pigs, chickens, and all warm-blooded animals can experience stress, pain, and fear as well. Also, it is unnecessary to take an animal's life when vegetarian options are available, and many people forget that vegetarian options are available. In the US, about 35 million cows, 115 million pigs, and 9 billion birds are killed for food each year. These animals shouldn't have to die to satisfy an unnecessary dietary preference when there are other options. According to healthyeating.org, there are multiple benefits that we can all get from eating our daily intake of vegetables, such as one, which is many vegetables are rich in potassium, fiber, folate, and vitamins A, E, and C. Potassium may help to maintain a healthy blood pressure, and as I mentioned, they are rich in fiber. Therefore, it will help you regulate your bowel function. So if you want to lose some weight, eat more vegetables. The dietary fiber from vegetables will help to reduce an individual's blood cholesterol and may lower the risk of heart disease. And lastly, folate helps the body form healthy red blood cells. Women who become pregnant and those in the first trimester of pregnancy need adequate folate to reduce the risk of neural tube defects during the fetal development. And many people think that if an individual is vegetarian, they lack certain amounts of proteins. For example, I'm a vegetarian, and a lot of people think that I don't get enough protein or vitamins from the vegetables I eat. But as the American Association states, I'm just as good and healthy as carnivores are. And my second reasoning and why one should become a vegetarian is because of the health benefits. This is a picture of a little guy with vegetables, and he's healthy. A vegetarian diet reduces the chances of developing kidney and gallstones. Diets that are high in animal protein cause the body to excrete calcium, oxalate, and uric acid, the main components of kidney and gallstones. A peer review reviewed November 15, 1999 study found that a diet high in animal protein is responsible for the high rates, 15% of men and 7% of women of kidney stones in the US. And then another way that this diet is healthier for an individual is that it helps build healthy bones, because vegetarians absorb more calcium than meat eaters. Meat has a high renal acid level, which the body then must neutralize by leaching calcium from the bones. And this calcium is then passed into their urine, and then it is lost. Being a vegetarian diet also lowers the risk of heart disease. According to a peer-reviewed 1999 study of 76,000 people, vegetarians had 24% lower mortality from heart disease than meat eaters. And also, a vegetarian diet helps to lower blood pressure and prevent hypertension, and thus reduce the risk of an individual experiencing a stroke. And my last reasoning and why one should become a vegetarian is because it doesn't harm the environment, and we all want the environment to stay clean. And overgrazing livestock hurts the environment through soil compaction, erosion, and harm to native plants and animals. And about 70% of the 11 western states are grazed by livestock. Grazing has been a factor in the listing of 171 species under the Endangered Species Act, and it has damaged 80% of streams and other areas in the western United States. And also, a vegetarian diet can help alleviate world hunger because over 10 pounds of plant protein are used to produce 1 pound of beef protein. And if these grains were fed to humans instead of animals, more food would be available for the 925 million people who are in hunger. And research from Cornell University found that the grain used to feed U.S. livestock alone could feed 800 million people. And also, a vegetarian diet conserves water, helping the environment because it takes about 2,500 gallons of water to produce 1 pound of beef and about 660 gallons to make a pound of chicken, and it only takes about 220 gallons to make a pound of tofu and 180 to make a pound of wheat flour. And raising animals for food creates 18% of the global greenhouse gases, more than the transportation sector. And greenhouse gases are created by animal farts and burps. And producing a pound of hamburger meat contributes as much greenhouse gases as driving a small car in only nearly 20 miles. And so, in conclusion, I hope that after hearing my speech, you're all now persuaded to become vegetarians, for it doesn't harm animals, it's healthy for you, and it doesn't harm the environment. Even if you cut back on your meat portions, that's a baby step into becoming a little veggie head. Thank you.